Hey guys, and welcome back to the Untitled channel. And this is your FA Cup preview. Luton Town versus Chelsea in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Obviously, we play tomorrow. There's some games tonight. I think Peterborough and Man City play each other. I think Middlesbrough and Tottenham play each other as well. So, yeah, there's some FA Cup ties going on today and tomorrow. Obviously, we play tomorrow. And, yeah, there's a couple of things to talk about. Not just the preview, who's going to play, who's missing, team news, Tuchel going at journalists, Roman Abramovich, all of that stuff. Loads of crazy things have happened before I've jumped onto this preview. But if you do enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications. Follow my social media down below, and yeah, especially Twitter, because I'm normally on there a lot. I'm not as active on Instagram, but yeah, just follow me on Twitter and that. So yeah, let's just go on with it straight away. So the first thing I want to talk about is Roman Abramovich real quickly. Okay, so there's been reports coming out of Matt Law. He's normally, I'd say in terms of Chelsea news, you'd probably look to him in terms of as the most reliable Chelsea journalist, the best out there. So he's come out and said that obviously there are bids that are going to be coming in for Roman Abramovich this week to buy Chelsea Football Club. So by the end of this week, Roman is expected to have, I think, 3 bids. I think that was the number. Apparently, he's already turned down a 2.2 billion bid already recently. So he's got more bids to come in through. And apparently for the first time since his ownership, since he's owned the club, he's considering selling. Now, just to quickly have a take on this, for me, I don't see Roman selling Chelsea, personally. And I don't want him to go in it. Now, in my opinion, if he was to really sell Chelsea, then he must be in some really deep shit. He must be worried then. For me, he must be worried because for me, one of his last options on the table, he's got so many options on the table, I think. But I think one of his last ones is to sell Chelsea Football Club. But the guy must be in deep shit if he's really considering it. Now, for me personally, I don't think he's considering selling Chelsea Football Club. If he would have sold Chelsea Football Club, I think he would have sold it ages ago, in my opinion. So I don't think he wants to sell Chelsea Football Club. He may be given no choice to, but I don't see how that happens. Now, in my personal opinion, it's very difficult to find owners like Roman Abramovich these days. So people may say, yeah, even if he leaves, he's not going to be here forever, of course. But he did promise that if he does sell the club, apparently that he will give it to people who will care about the club, who have love for the club and continue to actually invest in the club and actually have care and, loving for the football club and make sure we do continue to succeed. Because let's be honest, he has built a legacy at this football club. And if you're telling me he's just going to throw it away just for some owners to come in and just use it as profit for themselves personally, I don't think Roman's going to want that. So if he's going to sell, he's going to make sure he's going to sell to the right people who are going to care. Not just about making profit, but actually caring about the things going on the pitch and us succeeding. So that is why if he sells, I think he's going to be careful with who he sells it to. I think he loves Chelsea too much to sell. And I think as well that I just don't see him going, personally. So, yeah, I'm not sure if Matt Law particularly knows how Roman's feeling, to be honest with you. But I can believe him when he says that, yeah, there's bids coming in. And I just think, look, there's a difference between bids coming in and Roman actually wanted to sell Chelsea. I don't think Roman wants to sell Chelsea, but you're looking at it, his situation's looking bad right now. There's a chance he could get sanctioned. The fact that people say he's close friends with Putin, which is probably likely. There's gonna be parties, and there's gonna be loads of people out there who are billionaires looking at the situation at Chelsea thinking, ooh, you know what? We might have to take advantage here, because apparently I've even heard the trustees, the foundation, they haven't even considered, apparently they're considering resigning. The Chelsea charitable trustee foundation members, some of them are considering resigning. They haven't even yet accepted Roman's stewardship and care, to be handed over to them. So it's looking a bit peak right now in terms of this situation, but I don't think Roman will sell Chelsea. So yeah, just wanted to talk on that real quick. And I hope he doesn't go. There's not many owners like him nowadays that actually care about a football club. Do you know what I mean? And I know eventually we're going to have to move into a new era. I know eventually Roman will not be the Chelsea owner forever. I get that. But I don't want him leaving anytime soon at the same time. So yeah, hopefully he stays. So yeah. Let's move on to the preview now. Obviously, Luton versus Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel did do his press conference. I didn't watch it at all. because I thought there's no point. And to be honest, I was justified by that. Today, he got absolutely mad at the journalist who kept on asking him about the war and Abramovich as well. Like, I mean, Tuchel has been talking countless times about this, about Abramovich, about the war in Ukraine and Russia and all this stuff, yeah? All these politics, yeah? He's been talking about it. He's answered it very well. And in today's press conference, he was asked about it once. He answered it fairly. He was asked about it a couple times and he answered it fairly. And then he was asked again and again and again. And it's like these journalists can't seem to understand that Roman Abramovich, that Tuchel is not a politician. They need to stop asking the same questions because that's what they're pretty much doing. They just expect Tuchel to answer it in different ways. I mean, the guy he went off at said, yeah, just to go back on, your speech about what you said before about the war and all of that stuff. Now he's trying to relate it to Roman Abramovich. He's already answered it, and he's still, I couldn't believe it. Unbelievable. So Tuchel had the right to snap at the journalists because they need to stop asking him things that normally politicians would answer. He is a football manager, not a politician. So man need to allow Tuchel, you know. The guy was so annoyed that apparently, you know, he was asked about team news and he said there's too many players who are in, I think he said something like there's too many players who are on the list who could not play tomorrow. So yeah, apparently in terms of team news, CFC, somebody on Twitter came out and said there was pictures in training. Apparently Ziyech's not in training today. Apparently Azpilicueta wasn't in training today. Chalobah wasn't in training. Thiago Silva wasn't in training. Christensen, who looks like he's going to Barcelona, wasn't in training. And Mendy wasn't in training today, apparently. So that does kind of make up my mind in terms of what lineup we will play for tomorrow. Just to give you a quick insight on Luton real quick. Apparently they are sixth in the league. Well, not apparently. They are sixth in the league. They are challenging to make sure to get in the playoffs for the championship. This sort of reminds me of Barnsley last year, where they were in around those positions where Luton are right now, where they were going to challenge for playoffs. And I think they did make the playoffs, but they didn't go far in it. So Luton could make the playoffs for this year, you know, try and get promoted to the Premier League, which will be interesting to see. But yeah, it shows it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. They're doing well right now in the Championship. I think they won their last game. So yeah, they'll be, and it's at their home ground as well, so their fans will be proper up for it. So tomorrow will be a hard game, guys. But yeah, I just needed to talk about Roman and quickly the Tuchel, you know, these stupid journalists asking him about the flipping war and Ukraine and Roman Abramovich as if he hasn't answered it many times. As if it's like these journalists don't understand what they're doing. Like, and the worst thing is, you know, when they get like told off like that, they never have a backup question. It's always the same thing. These journalists are pathetic. Honestly, I'm gonna just stop listening to press conferences and just looking at quotes because most of the time it's literally a waste of time. So yeah, and apparently they want and they're gonna go back to, you know, in-person press conferences now, not video or Zoom calls from this weekend on. So that will make things even more interesting. But yeah, let's go into the lineup prediction. I'm 8 minutes in for some reason. Jesus Christ, this is a preview. Anyway, in goal, Kepa. Simple as that. Apparently, more than one player. Mendy got an extra recovery there. Apparently, some of the players that weren't in training did get extra recovery days today. So, yeah, I think Kepa's in goal. When I look at the back four, I'm going to play a back four in this game because I look at the fact that Chalobah's out. It looks like he could be out. Look, the guy just came back. I don't know if he's going to play. I don't know. Christensen, I think, is still out. Silva, for me, he's 37 years old. The guy just played 120 minutes. I don't expect him to play in this game. So those three, I think, are not going to be playing tomorrow. If I was to pick one to probably play, it'd be Chalobah most likely. But I don't think he will. He just came back. And the guy just got stitches as well. So I don't think he's going to play tomorrow, I'd like to think. So the back four, left back Marcos Alonso. I think I'm going to play him. He has to. You know, originally, I did want Kennedy to play in this game, but I'm not really sure about Kennedy at left back. I'd rather him play at left wing back, not left back. So for that reason, I just play Alonso. If he plays Kennedy there, then sure, why not? But I think Tuchel's going to put out a serious team. The two centre backs, I think this is easy. I think he's going to play Malang Sarr and Tony Rudiger. I think Tony Rudiger, that guy's a madman. Fitness-wise, he's a madman. Like, that guy can play a lot of games. That guy's played a lot of games this season, and he's been overused as well. But it looks like he just keeps on that level of performance. So I think Rudiger will play tomorrow at centre back alongside Malang Sarr. And right back, I think he's gonna take a hit on Reece James. He did say in his press conference he wasn't supposed to play 70 minutes. He was supposed to play 20 minutes, but circumstances happened, and apparently they're gonna make a last-minute decision on Reece James. I think he will play him. I don't think Aspilicueta wasn't in training today or in Cobham today apparently. So it looks like it will be Reece James that plays at right back. When you move on to the midfield now, the three in midfield for me, I think Jorginho will play as a sitter. He only played 15 minutes of the game against Liverpool out of 120, so he's fit and ready to go. And I think the two midfielders beside him, I think Ruben's going to be 1-8 and Mason Mount's going to be the other 8. I don't see Kovacic playing. I don't see Kante playing. Kovacic played 105 minutes. Yes, he played 105 minutes. Kante played 120. Those two shouldn't play tomorrow at all, in my opinion. They shouldn't even be travelling, to be honest. I think Mason Mount, he only played 60 minutes. Ruben didn't play at all. And Jorginho done 15 minutes. Simple as that. And then when I look at the front three, for me personally, Havertz doesn't play. He played 120 minutes again. He needs a rest. These guys, like Tuchel said, many players are overloaded. Many players will probably be in doubt for tomorrow's game. So loads of changes are going to have to be made. So for me, up front, straight away, Lukaku plays. I thought his cameo against Liverpool was decent, so I say fair play to him. I'll give him a chance for tomorrow and get him to play. I mean, maybe Timo Werner, people would debate so, but nah, I think Luton might sit back and maybe, I don't think, it's a tough one. But for me, I would probably play Lukaku up top tomorrow. The wingers is a bit difficult. Do you go with Pulisic? Do you go with Hudson-Odoi? Do you go with Timo Werner? Now, for me personally, on the right, I'd play Hudson-Odoi. For tactical reasons, maybe off the ball we can have I'll explain that in the end actually. So right wing, I'd actually play Hudson-Odoi out there. He's fit, he was on the bench, so I think he's ready to play. On the left, it was a bit tougher between Timo Werner and Christian Pulisic. I'd give it to Christian Pulisic for me personally. That's what I decided on. Just because, you know what, he played 60 minutes. I thought he had a decent game, except for the fact that he should have taken his chance. But he did create chances for other players as well. And I thought, maybe just give him the momentum, let him keep on going, let him keep on playing. He didn't play as many minutes as Havertz. So for me, he should be fine to play for tomorrow, and Lukaku up top. The reason why I play that team, many reasons. One, a lot of our players played 120 minutes on the weekend. So for me, a lot of those players that played that game shouldn't be playing in this game. And plus, there's some players I do not want playing in this game that have to. For example, Rudiger. I want Rudiger to be rested for this game, but I don't think he can be. Christensen's still injured. Chalobah just got stitches, and Thiago Silva's 37 years old and just played 120 minutes. So Rudiger has to play tomorrow. Malang Sarr's been rested, so that's fine. Alonso, I would have loved to play Kennedy, but Kennedy at left back, not a fan of it. Left wing back, let's see in it, but maybe he can come on Kennedy during the game. I'm hoping for that. So for me, play Marcos Alonso, even though, again, another player that played 120 minutes. Reece James, again, I don't want Reece James to play because he played 70 minutes of a game that he just came back in. But I think Tuchel's going to do it tomorrow. I don't see a choice of how he doesn't, unless you're planning on playing Hudson-Odoi or Pulisic at right back, which I don't think he will. Then you look at the midfield. I think we can, overall have a balance between a 4-3-3 and a 3-5-2 / a 3-4-3. So we can have obviously the back four. We can have Alonso, Rudiger, Sarr, Rudiger, Reece James, and then we can have Hudson-Odoi on the right wing, Pulisic on the left wing, Lukaku up top, and then Jorginho, Ruben, and Mason Mount as the midfield three. We can change that easily to a 3-5-2, 3-4-3 with the back three being Sarr, Rudiger, Reece James. We can have Callum Hudson-Odoi as the right wing back, Alonso as the left wing back. Just so it's easier for him to bomb forward and get involved in chance creation and scoring goals. And then we can have Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho as a double pivot for me, or Mason Mount can join in and make that a 3 in midfield. And then we can have a Pulisic, Lukaku up top together, or Mason Mount can join in to make it a 3. So I think we can definitely be fluent tomorrow. We can easily play a 4-3-3, can easily play a 4-2-3-1. We could easily play a 3-4-3, a 3-5-2. It'll be hybrid. And hopefully some players off the bench can get minutes tomorrow, like Lewis Hall, a Harvey Vale, a Saul needs the minutes. I think Kennedy will need the minutes as well. Hopefully we're comfortable in the game, and hopefully we can get the job done tomorrow. In terms of the score prediction, me personally, I want the players to go out there and absolutely destroy Luton. I don't think we will, but I want us to, because I want us to feel that anger, that frustration, and I want it to after the weekend, and I want us to take it all out on Luton this weekend, and just put all our firepower into it, considering we'll change the team. But I don't think we will do that because the lineup I put out there, there's not a lot of chemistry between them, and plus we don't score a lot of goals as a team anyway. But overall, I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Chelsea win. I think it's gonna be a tough game. Luton will definitely make it hard for us with the crowd there as well. So yeah, I'm going with a 1-0 Chelsea. Put your predictions down below, and tell me your lineup prediction, tell me your score prediction, and tell me what you think's gonna happen. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match review and hopefully the player ratings as well. I will see you lot then. Love. Peace.